Good morning, JKs and SKs, and welcome to your math lesson of the day. Remember, for this unit, which is the unit of time, we're going to be doing our lesson learnings together, and then you'll have different tasks to complete on your worksheet. So before we continue learning about time, let's do a quick warm-up. We're going to go look at a 100 squared together. And we are just going to be focusing on finding numbers this morning. Finding and identifying numbers. Okay, so let me pick a color. And as always, I am going to pick a number and you'll have 3 seconds to say what that number is out loud. Then I'll tell you the right answer. Are you ready? $13. 19. 24. Now, the ones that are a little bit trickier, I will put in blue. So the blue ones mean that SKs can do it, and JKs, you can try doing them also as a challenge. The pink ones are for JKs and SKs. $84. 69. 6. 37. 62. 100. 55. And last one, 41. Remember, a good trick to figure out what the number is to first think about what number family it's in. So for example, this one I just picked, first I had to figure out what number family is it in. Is it in the ones? No. Teens? 20s, 30s. It's in the 40s. I know that because every single number in this row starts with a 4. 4, 4, 4. 40s, except for the 50. That's the next group. So I know that the first part of my word is going to be 40. And then the next part of my word number is the second number, which is 1. So it's 41. Okay? Same goes for the trickier numbers. Even if I pick a number all the way down here, JKs, you got to think to yourself, what number family does it belong to? Not the 70s, not the 80s, but the 90s. So you know the first part of your number is going to be 90. Then look at your second digit, which is a 4. Put it together, and what do you got? 94. Great job, guys. All right, that was a nice little warm-up. And now let's go check out our math lesson of the day. Okay, so your worksheet should look like this. Make myself a bit bigger. There we go. We are Tuesday, April 28th today, 2020. And it says right here, in today's lesson, we will be learning about time of day activities. All right, so time of day activities. We have an activity right here. Here, what do we see? A very cute little boy, and he is about to have some delicious pancakes with maple syrup. Now, what time of the day would this kind of activity be happening? Remember, we have 4 different types of day, and we learned about them yesterday. Do you remember what they are? That's right, there's morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Let's say them again. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And if you remember from yesterday's lesson, morning is when the sun is still rising. It starts off hidden, but little by little, it's going up, 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 up. At afternoon, the sun is already high in the sky. It's not hiding anywhere. It's fully bright and shiny way up high. Evening, the sun is starting to set. The sun is going down, down, down. The sky is looking maybe orange or pink. It's getting darker, starting to hide again. And at nighttime, there's no sun in sight, only the moon. So this little boy is eating a meal that I think looks like breakfast, unless you have pancakes for dinner. Now, at what point of the day would you eat breakfast typically? Not nighttime, not evening, not even afternoon, but morning time. That's right. So this little boy is participating in a morning activity, eating breakfast. Now on the next page here, I have some other activities. We'll read them together. This is eat breakfast, go to school, eat lunch, eat dinner, and go to sleep. Now, I wonder which of these activities are for morning, which of these activities are for afternoon, which are for evening, and which are for nighttime. All right, so I'll take out my little marker here. Here, how can I make this smaller, actually? I want to make this a bit smaller. Oh, well. Okay, so I'll get my marker out here. Okay, the first one is eating breakfast. This is definitely morning. What about going to school? Yeah, you go to school pretty early in the morning, so that's still morning. Then for this, eating lunch. Wait a minute. When we eat lunch at lunchtime, usually it's in the afternoon. That's why after lunch, everyone says good afternoon instead of good morning. So I'm going to make a big line here because everything that happens above is happening in the morning, but now we started the afternoon. Then eat dinner. When you eat dinner time, is that still afternoon? Is the sun still perfectly bright in the sky, or is it getting a little bit darker? It's getting a little bit darker. So I'm going to make another line here because now we're no longer in the afternoon. We are in the evening. And finally, the last one down here is go to sleep. Do you go to sleep when the sun is still going down, or do you go to sleep when the sun is gone and the moon is up? That's right. You go to sleep at nighttime. So again, I'll draw another line here. Sorry, my lines are really not straight. I'm finding it very difficult right now. There we go. So here we have 4 different types of day. Right here in the morning, that's your first time of day. So I'll put 1 for morning. You eat breakfast in the morning, you go to school in the morning. Our next period of day, number 2, is the afternoon. And the activity here for afternoon is eating lunch. The third period of the day, evening. And one thing you do in the evening is eat dinner. And the last time of day is night. And the activity here for night is going to sleep. So here is something that happened in one person's day. It starts in the morning and ends at night. Okay, let's go check out the activities now. Now, same as yesterday, SKs and JKs. For activity 2, there are 3 pages. There's 1, 2, and 3 pages, okay? JKs, you only need to do the first page. If you want to challenge yourselves and do a second or third page, you can, but those are just challenge activities for you. JKs, you are only responsible for doing the first page. And JKs, you are responsible for doing all the pages here. Okay, so let's look at them now and see what they are. Number 1, which picture shows evening? So here we have 3 pictures. You want to circle the one that shows evening. Remember, for evening, the sky is getting a bit darker, the sun is going down. It's beginning to set. Circle the right one. Number 2, which meal would you eat during the morning? Think about our little boy eating pancakes. Lunch, breakfast, or dinner? Circle the right one. Number 3, what activity would you do during the time of day below? So look at the picture and then figure out which activity would you do. Wake up, go to school, go to bed, eat lunch. Circle the right one. Remember, kindergarten, if I'm reading too fast for you, you can always pause my video and rewind it to make sure you hear the full question. Give yourself extra time if you need it. All right, the next page is for SKs. Remember, JKs, you don't have to do this page if you don't want to. It's a challenge page for you. Number 4, what is something people most likely do during the morning? Fill in the circle under the activity. Put on pajamas, go to school, or watch TV. Tell one thing that you do at night. So for number 5, you could write a full sentence. At night, I ... Write about one thing you do at night. SKs, try to make it a full sentence. For number 6, which meal do you eat at night? Look at the pictures carefully and circle the meal that you would eat at nighttime. Number 7, what activity would you do during the time of day below? Eat dinner, go to bed, or wake up? This one is a little bit tricky because it's a little bit difficult to tell if the sun is just starting to come up or if the sun is just going down. So you can make your own decision for that and circle the appropriate one. Then for number 8, you'll write out the correct activities in each box using the word bank below. So here you have a box for morning, a box for evening, nighttime, and afternoon. And below here, SKs, you have your activities. You're going to want to read through your activities and either write them into the correct category or cut and glue them into the right categories. For example, this one here says, eat breakfast. You'd have to figure out which time of day would you eat breakfast. Then we have some math review, activity number 3. For JKs, you just need to do page 1. For my SKs, you'll be doing both pages, page 1 and 2. Okay, so for math review, it goes over some measurement on the first page. There's a little equation here. And on the second page, you have some more equation problems. Here's an equation. Here is a word problem. And at the end, SKs, there's a little bit of number sense. Okay, finding the number that is greater or lesser. Remember, JKs, just the first page, and SKs, both pages for review. All right, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about time of day activities. I wonder what kind of activities you will do today during the morning, afternoon, evening, and nighttime. Have a great day, and I'll see you during your next subject.